Packing. Packing is what llamas were raised and bred to do. Llamas are working animals, as we mentioned in other sections, and so today we're going to talk about packing. This is Mooch again, and so the first thing for us to get ready to pack him is to make sure that before we put the packs on, we get any kind of debris or anything that could cause him a sore spot in underneath the packs. And if there's something making him uncomfortable, he isn't very cooperative. So we try to make sure that he is good and brushed off. Very quickly here, doesn't take a lot, just to make sure though. David, would you brush Trevi? Alright, we're going to put on the pack next, and the system is extremely efficient. This is the saddle part of it. You'll notice that it has an arch in its construction up over the spinal column of the llamas. And the pads are such that the weight is distributed along their rib cage so that they can efficiently carry weight. And I apparently have this on backwards. No, I don't. It helps when you have an experienced llama like Mooch. Mooch is certified as an advanced pack llama. That means that he's been through a number of trials and has passed them all. So he stands still while we're doing this, which is very good. It makes it much more difficult if they don't stand still. And it needs to be good and tight on the llama because they're going to be carrying weight. For a basic llama, the weight requirements for the Pack Trial Llama Association is 10% of their weight. And at 10%, that is an unconditioned basic llama. At advanced, he has to carry 15% of his weight. And then the llamas who are extremely well conditioned and are like pros, they can carry up to 20%, and that's about the maximum that a llama can carry, is 20% of their weight. So now we got this saddle on pretty well. Now we're ready to put on the packs themselves. They're panniers. These are the panniers, and for Mooch, again, when we put this on, we make sure that we put on the front strap first before we put on the back, because otherwise, say it was a less experienced llama or something happens on the trail, that back one goes on and it gets back underneath their hips and legs. So you want to make sure that when you're putting the packs on, the front one goes on first and then the back one. And as I said, Moochie can carry 15% of his weight, and Moochie's a pretty big, well-fed boy. And so I have had to weigh him, weigh the saddle and the panniers, and then add weight to the panniers here so that he is measuring 15% if we were indeed going on a real pack trial. So what I have here, why do you have to weigh so much? Are pre-weighed packs, or fillers, that bring what he's carrying up to 15% of his weight. Now, if we were going to go camping, we could carry some camping gear if we were just hauling out for hunters after they have been hunting and needed to carry something out, we'd leave these empty. For me, because it's kind of a rainy day and for packing, most of the time you're going to run across streams here in North Carolina out in the mountains. So we'd also have to add some rubber boots. Today it's pretty overcast, and so I'd bring my raincoat and rain gear with me. It's inevitable there's going to be flies and mosquitoes, so we'd also bring our spray. And of course, we'll bring a map. Now for the Pack Trial Llama Association, you have to travel a specific distance. And this is the most current map that we went on for the basic pack trial. And this is out at DuPont State Forest in North Carolina. And so along with the map that we need to follow for the trial, I also bring the DuPont State Forest map so that if I get off this particular trail, I can find my way back to where I need to go or where I'm parked. So, and of course, we also need to carry water with us. I could carry food with us. If I was, like I said, if I was truly camping, I'd go ahead and get some water, some food, some camping gear, tent, whatever, and all of that would go on the llama, not on the old lady's shoulders. So this is kind of the concept of us going packing with the llama on a pack trial. On this, and that is dependent upon what kind of trail that I'm going to be following. If it's very steep and the llama's going to go uphill and this is a heavy load, need to put the front strap on to this so that it holds the pack in place from going backwards and sliding down over his hips, because the llama is bigger in the front than he is in the hips. So this piece comes and hooks on here. Yeah.
Turn around so you can see it.
Nah. And then, if they're also going to be going downhill a lot, then you put on the crupper piece that comes down behind and holds it in place. For the back part. And I don't have this adjusted well. So it's not working. Sorry, Mooch. Just taking a little bit of time here getting this adjusted. This is binding up your back legs. Ready to go. So the other thing that we can do with a pair of llamas is to put them together. And so suppose I had lots and lots of gear that I was going to be taking. I could also put a second llama on with Mooch. And he could also be loaded up. No, no, behave. I know this is a temptation and a half. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. And we could have 2 llamas working as a team. Now, I used this particular pack on Moochie, which you can see is a nice, well-made pack. It's fairly complex, and it can hold a fair amount. But depending upon what you're doing, you may or may not want to have that much pack up system. Suppose I wanted to go on just a little day hike, and I needed something lightweight and simple. This is a very lightweight, simple system, and it is much easier to put on and off. It just has a clip system. Could you turn? Ready? Let's turn. Front first. Snap. Clips right in. Yep. Another clip system as opposed to a full-on system. Again, snap in the front, snap in the rear. In the front. And I also have a larger pack for the more serious packers. Over here is my third system for if I was going to go out for the entire weekend and needed to carry a lot of gear with me. You can see this size pack, you can see that size pack, and then we got the big size pack that is adjustable out. It has the outside pockets, and it has the much deeper panniers. But this is, and right now it's actually squished up pretty as small as I can get it, because it can really hold a lot of gear. You can also pack items up on top and hook them on both of them. This is particularly good for attaching items to. And for rain, there's called a rain fly that goes over top of the whole pack system to keep everything underneath dry. So